Welcome to the Snobs podcast.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Snobs podcast. We have an all-new interview here at Carolina Fear Fest,
which has been amazing. So excited so far. We've managed to meet some pretty awesome people out and about, and now we are seated across from this very table with the man, the myth, the legend, one of the absolute tops, one of our favorites, who has been in a boatload of movies, a litany, if you will.
A litany is a good. The man has actually been in 267 projects. That's movies and TVs through the year. Probably one of the greatest character actors living today.
I'd agree with that.
And you know him from many, many things, and we're going to get into talking about them. That is Mr. Chris Mulkey.
Thank you for being here.
I worked in a couple things with Ray Liotta just died yesterday.
Yeah, we saw that, and that's sad.
That's wild.
Yeah, he was a very nice guy.
Yeah, I mean, we were in. It's just been crazy. It seems like, especially this year. I don't know what it is. Like Fred Ward the week before, and
Fred Ward died.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Fred Ward passed away.
Fuck me, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Fred?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. 79.
How old was
79.
he? 79.
Yeah.
Damn, Fred.
Yes, it's been. We're sorry to break the news.
Sorry.
Wow, he used to paint with my wife.
Get out.
Oh,
And,
God.
He and I did a movie. All my anecdotes start with, I worked for that guy. We did, or I was shooting this movie down in Mexico. I was shooting this movie up in Carolina. So I was in Virginia doing this film, and it's my entire life because I've been doing this so long.
Yeah.
Fuck, Fred Ward really was just recently, like
Yeah, it was
a week or so?
No, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
shit. I better watch my P's and Q's now.
Yeah.
I think you're
Keep
going.
Jesus gonna, call my number. Hey, Mulkey.
Not yet.
No, it's okay. I'm ready to go. I'm good. But
Had a hell of a life, man. You've done a lot.
It's good. I'm not done, but
but
it's a rental. It's not a purchase. Okay, so
exactly.
Sure.
So that's why don't be an asshole.
Yeah. Hey,
I love that.
That's the best
That's
it right there. Yep.
Just don't be an
That's
asshole.
what I'm teaching my daughter. Just don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
You can get away with anything.
I'm teaching my sons that too, but they're not listening.
Sometimes you have to. I say that, but
You
I've
got
got
it.
that other guy clicks in, and also all of a sudden the big monkey.
You're no stranger to playing tough guy.
Yeah.
You played it a few times.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
One of my favorite movies of all time you're in, 48 Hours.
Oh yeah.
That was so much fun. And who was the other cop that you were with?
Oh, Bill Cross.
Bill Cross. That's what it was. Yeah. You guys just played off well. Everybody in that movie played off well.
It was a great
other.
movie.
It was
Everybody,
so fun.
it's just I was really happy to be in it. And Nolte's great. He's great.
We were talking to Danny, who was here just before, and he was on. Okay, so here's like the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. I guess I'm going with here. We had talked about Michael Pare was on our show before.
Oh yeah, Michael.
And he told the story about Michael back when he was working on the Warriors, and of course Michael Pare was in Streets of Fire. They all worked with Walter Hill. The reason I'm getting there is because 48 Hours.
I've had 3 really big films with Walter.
Yeah, and I have to ask because I'm a huge Walter Hill has a certain style.
Yeah.
And when you watch his movies, you know it's a Walter Hill production. What's it like working for that man? Because he has some unique, tones to his movies.
Well, he goes. Well, Broken Trail, with Duvall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we rolling?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. I kind of rolled it. I didn't mind, and then I got into it.
We're just.
Oh, what's Walter Hill working on? Well, I did Long Riders with Walter, and then we did 48 Hours. And those are so long ago. I just remember having a good time,
Hey,
and then Broken Trail I was on the set, and Bobby Duvall goes, "This is my guy. This is Mulkey. He's a badass guy. He's the last guy we looked at, and I love his work." And Walter goes, "Yeah, I know. I've been working with him since the 70s." Bobby goes, "Oh, yeah. Anyhow, The ball's great. I can't even say it. I could spend this entire thing just saying good things about Robert Duvall. So anyhow, Walter, he takes me aside. He says, I said, it's great to be here. Walter says, Mulkey, low and slow.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I said, okay. And that's all he said to me. And it was for 2.5 months. That he didn't say anything else. That was it. That was the end. He leaned out of Video Village one time, and he went when the stagecoach was coming down, about to run over me. The horses are coming. Then they stopped like right here, and he goes, and they cut, and I went, "How was that?" And Walter goes.
I love it because that's what it seems like.
Yeah, right.
He has a lot of intensity in his movies, but I don't know. I always got the feel like he's just a guy that's just kind of like laid back.
But in the sexual assault scene in Broken Trail, when Greta Sachi and I fight and get together, she picks up this kerosene lamp that didn't have kerosene in it. It was a kerosene lantern, and she threw it at me, and I just stood there and let it bounce off me and crash to the ground. Walter said, "Well, try to protect yourself." I said, "I don't know, really."
Low and slow.
Bounce off me, whatever.
That's awesome.
It works.
I don't think so.
Another movie, and we actually, so it's the weird interconnections that I love about it, especially at these conventions.
Oh yeah.
And it's one that I think really fits into this genre. I know it's not a horror, but I think it's with sci-fi, it's as close. We talked to Jack Shoulder about The Hidden, which I think is a movie. It's so odd. It's such an odd movie.
Well, I vomit a monster out of my guts.
That's true. You did.
After I kill, I kill 7 people in the bank in the beginning of The Hidden.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kill the wheelchair people, the guys carrying the glass things, and I think I mowed down the old couple in my Ferrari, so it's like 10 or something. Yeah, and then I crashed the car. Yeah.
Pretty fair enough.
And it is such a great opening scene, though, for that. Like the beginning.
It's the first 15 minutes of the film, it's just me in the Ferrari.
Just traveling all over. It's such a great.
I drove most of that.
Did you really?
Yeah. Ferrari's a good car.
Yeah, but that's a hell of a scene to be driving most of that.
Right?
That's like a heavily stunted scene.
And you make sure to ask because it's a Ferrari. I would have.
I mean, yeah, like, I'd be terrified. Like, you're going to drive it.
I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not paying the insurance. I'm not even paying for gas.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
So I shoot all the people in the bank. Then in the Hidden, and then I walk out of the bank, and the cop goes, "Hey, wait!" And he pulls his gun up, and I go, "Bam!" And I blow him away. And then I get in the car, and it's already. And they said, when you start it, don't put your foot on the gas pedal because you'll immediately flood it. So I jump in and I went like that, just like that, and I went boom, and then I put it in gear and just fucking took off down Figueroa. They blocked it off for 6 blocks, but they didn't block the exit from a parking ramp. And I'm going now. I just shifted. I'm doing like 65 in first gear, and I threw it in second. The thing goes like that, just as this lady in a Ford sedan comes down the thing, and she noses out, and I'm going really fast, and I go like that, and I went, "What a great car! You can do that in a Ferrari."
Did they keep that in the movie? I feel like that's familiar. Is that it's still in the movie when it comes out?
Oh, I almost got killed. Yeah.
Oh my god!
I'm from everybody.
It's a great car, Ferrari.
Yeah, seriously.
Very good Ferrari.
Nice. That is awesome. I gotta ask too, because you've worked on Twin Peaks. David Lynch.
Twin Peaks 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the original. Yeah. Did you? How was David Lynch as a film? Like, I mean, he's very. I want to use eccentric, weird works, but weird in a good way. Like, I mean, he's different. But.
It's his work, but as a person, he's just kind of mild-mannered and laid back. But he has definitely what he wants to do. He does, and but he thinks up weird stuff to do it. That was a really fun show to do. I mean, it was 28 actors that group. group of actors. And it was really a great company of actors in that first show.
Yeah.
Really cool. But David's great. Like Duvall, I can't say enough good things about him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fantastic. Now, who for you is one of the most intense directors you've ever worked with?
What's intense mean?
Someone who's very loud, fast, very energetic.
Keeps you on your toes.
Keeps you on your toes as well as an actor.
Oh, Tony Scott. Man.
Tony Scott.
That's my favorite director of all time.
Wow.
Tony Scott's great. He did Hunt for Red October, which Gene Hackman was in, and Gene Hackman and I did a movie called All Night Long for Universal back in the 70s. And so I'm riding back here from downtown Raleigh, and this guy, my driver goes, I recognize you. You're a familiar face. You're a movie person, right? And I said, yeah. And so they asked me who one of my favorite actors was to work with, and I said I really loved, as a young actor, or an actor my age anyhow, working with Gene Hackman. And then he said, oh yes, Hunt for Red October. And I said, well, Gene Hackman and I did All Night Long. And then I went on to do work with Tony Scott on The Fan with Robert De Niro and
Wesley Snipes.
And Antonio Banderas and Wesley Snipes, all great guys. Yeah, it was cool. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, so working with Tony Scott, though, that's got to be.
Okay, you want an anecdote?
If you've got one,
100%. My favorite director of all time. 100%. Do I want an anecdote?
He says, well, two things, because De Niro's intense, and we're doing the baseball scene, right? And he's going, hey, don't pitcher, don't throw at my kid. And I'm going, Gil, it's okay. He says, don't tell me it's okay. And we're getting an argument like that. And he gets up, and he picks up a baseball bat, and he's walking. So I walk right behind him. And Tony Scott says, be careful. Don't let Robert hit you with the bat.
Okay, that's.
So if you watch the movie, it's really close. It turns around and be like, but I always stayed this far away. But he was fun to work with. But then also in the movie, we have a scene where he comes to the house, and Peggy Dubenville and I'm the stepdad.
Right. Yeah.
And boom, 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 boom. Who is it? It's Gil, right? And then I went. She goes, Gil, go away. And nothing, right? And it's Gil, let me in. And we open the door, and he looks at her, and he just goes, I'm okay, shut the door. Okay, and action. So then he does that. Then I go, oh no! And Patty goes, oh. And then Tony Scott's going, oh my god! And the entire, because the tension was so high.
Oh yeah.
Because he comes in and he grabs the kid and drags him out, and there's a big fight.
Wow.
And but the tension was so high, and we all broke. It flipped emotions, and we became hysterical. I mean, I'm talking crying, makeup sitting there, kind of trying to, get my false eyelashes back on.
I mean, with your career, and you've spanned so many different genres, I have to ask, what's probably your favorite genre to kind of get into?
The one that pays me those money.
Oh,
I like it. It's a very fair answer.
Yep. Which ones did you have the most fun on?
Wow, that's so much fun. What decade?
Let's go. You know what?
Let's go decade by decade.
'70s. I started when I was like 1 year old. No, there's the '70s, the late '70s, the '80s, the '90s, the 2001s, and then the 2001s, and then the 2010s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Let's see it.
How am I still alive?
And now you're in the 20s.
So I'm doing the 6th decade. Are you kidding me?
We gotta hear it.
We gotta know. We gotta know.
Gotta do it for us.
Okay, go. Decade by decade.
All right, 70s.
Come on. Okay.
What do you got for us?
I can do this. I'm going to go All Night Long with Gene Hackman and Barbara Streisand. But also, I did a movie that I wrote with John Jenkins and called Loose Ends, which is a black and white feature that we shot, that we won the USA Film Festival with, which was the predecessor of the Sundance. So
wow! Oh, that's awesome.
In 1976, when I was like, "Oh, it's a cool movie," So that was really fun.
All right.
So
Very
Gene Hackman and Loose Ends. You can Google Loose Ends.
Oh,
Okay, go 80s. Come on.
80s. What do you got for us? What's most fun?
80s was big. Rambo, First Blood.
Ooh,
I know, that's a great one.
That's
You were great in that movie too.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't want you to cut yourself while I'm shaving you. So Jack Sterrett goes because Stallone had broken one of the Canadian actor's nose in a thing.
Oh, jeez.
He punched David Crusoe in the mouth. You know, Mulkey, don't let him do that. Don't let him do that. So Jack Sterrett goes, "All right, Mulkey." You know, Jack was like 50, and I was like, an actor who's 50 years old. My God, that's amazing. How can you be? You know, he goes, "If a Stallone punches you, we'll kick his ass." I went, "Yeah, let's kick his ass." But then I went to, and he also, and Bruce Braun, my stunt double, when he kicks my character in the nuts, you know, at the thing, and Bruce blocked the thing, and Stallone kicked through his block and got him pretty good in the gonads. And so that's why Jack said if anything happens. So I went to talk to Sly, and I said, "Hey, Sly, you know, in this fight, you know, I mean, anybody can get hurt."
What a beautifully veiled threat.
I know, right?
That's fantastic.
I just wanted him to be careful so he didn't get hurt.
Of course.
He was the star of the movie, you know.
It's one of those things that just that's a great, like you said, not just like how you go right up against them, just like that's what you throw at them.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then we did the thing, the punch out, where he grabs me and flips me over to land on the thing, and it was perfect. I was a wrestler, martial artist. So
okay.
It's fine. But Sly's, you know, I'd take a minute and just talk about Sly. Okay, he is an amazing Academy Award for writing Rocky and that franchise.
Yeah.
The First Blood Rambo franchise, the Expendables franchise, and now the boxing
Bringing back Creed.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, you know.
And I love that he passed the torch on too, because like when he comes back with Creed now, Michael B. Jordan is taking over directing Creed with the next one, and it's kind of just keeps going.
Yeah, pretty impressive with that series.
So, okay, 80s. Okay.
Well, no, you're 90s now. You went to 80s with.
80s. So I did 80s Rambo. I did some other movies in there too. And I don't know. They're probably in there.
Like
Okay,
48
90s.
hours.
Are we going 90s?
Yeah, let's do it.
90s.
So what you got for us in the 90s?
I said TV. 90s was that's Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks, yeah.
Twin Peaks.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
That's got to be so much fun.
But then in the late 90s, I did a really interesting series for 4 years called Any Day Now with Annie Potts and Lorraine Toussaint, and called it was about race relations in the South in Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, wow.
And we did that 98 to 2002, did like 100 episodes.
That's awesome. That's great.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, working with Annie Potts, I was always a fan of hers. So.
Can I dial back to this? Can I go back to this?
You can go back to wherever you want.
Okay,
Please
good.
go wherever you
Okay.
want.
Yeah.
We want to listen to it.
And, I did a movie that won Sundance the second time called Patty Rocks. And it was the same, my friend wrote it with John Jenkins, David Burton Morris, and my late wife, Karen Landry, who was also one of the stars of St. Elsewhere, the TV series. And so we did this movie called Patty Rocks, and it was the continued saga of these two meatball mechanics from a Chevy dealership. And I was telling dick jokes. You're so ugly, I wouldn't fuck you with his dick.
How could you not have fun with that? You just get the dick jokes. That's great.
It's a good movie, and we won Sundance and played all over the world. And I'm in the Philippines doing this karate movie, and this guy comes out of the jungle, this Filipino guy, and just really jovial guy with one of those hats on, no shirt, like a pair of this Chicago Bulls, like that basketballs, and then sandals and a big machete. And he goes, "Oh, hey Joe, Rambo First Blood, nice. And then just goes off into the thing. I'm going, yeah.
Well, I can imagine though in the '80s, with as much fun as Rambo First Blood, and like with everything, but like we did mention, like the Hidden, being able to drive that Ferrari and have that whole scene.
Is that the '80s?
That's the '80s. Yeah, it's still the '80s. That's the late '80s.
Yeah, the '80s was big.
That's got to be a fun one. Yeah, I mean that's an experience. You said with almost getting killed with the car pulling out in front of you by accident.
Driving though, it's okay.
It's safe. It's fine.
And then 48 hours.
Oh yeah,
48 hours.
I mean,
Like that's got to be a ton of really fun one too. So it's
great. Yeah, Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah,
He's
and
great.
when he's so young too, like I mean,
It was his first movie.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
his
that's
first.
right,
That's
yeah.
right. He's
Yeah.
coming around off Saturday Night Live for that.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
crazy.
How was he on set with that?
Great.
Awesome guy.
That's
It's
awesome.
just a lot of fun.
Now let's go to the 2000s.
Did we do '90s?
We didn't touch the 90s yet.
Well, we did. We talked about. I'm again.
No, we did.
I'll go back to the 90s all day
What we
long.
got in the 90s? So we got the.
We talked about Twin Peaks.
This is like ordering at a restaurant. No, I'm going to have the greens. No. Does it come with the salad? Wait a minute. The hush puppies? Are they fried? No. Okay, nah. Is it grilled? Is the chicken grilled or fried? Okay.
Well, like the fact that like I got to imagine like when you were talking about working with Rob De Niro on The Fan, and like maybe getting hit by a baseball bat, and then like the intense between you, Tony Scott, and him laughter when you broke, like that's got to be like a huge experience. To like, obviously it's a great memory for you. So like in the '90s, that was a big movie when it came out. That was so, and I feel like it's almost underrated now, not by guys our age, but by younger people. It's like you want to watch an intense movie.
Yeah.
You watch The Fan.
The Fan is
It's so creepy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, '90s. So we're done with the '90s. I did.
Yes.
But I
Any
did-
day now and.
We talked about Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
Okay, yeah. And then
I'm loving
the
this.
2000s, what happened? Charlize Theron, Woody Harrelson, Jeremy Renner, me, North Country. She got an Academy Award nomination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty good.
Amazing movie.
Such a
Love
great
North
movie.
Country.
I'll just go with that for that decade. I don't even know. I think I did Boardwalk Empire in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh,
I have a
absolutely.
connection with you, sort of, on Boardwalk Empire. I had a lot of friends that filmed down there, filmed in over in Coney Island when you guys were doing it, but that's not the connection. I'm from Jersey City, New Jersey.
Nice.
My great-grandfather was driven out of business by Frank Hague. And my great-grandmother, after he passed away,
My character.
yeah, I watched with my father. My father, like, hated you because you played him right.
Yeah.
Because like he remembers all these stories because my great-grandmother got into politics to take out Frank Hague. And she joined the party and went after him and ultimately got him driven out of Jersey City politics. So when you played him, he was dirty and corrupt as they come. And and it's funny because he drove my great-grandfather out of business because he had the most popular speakeasy in Jersey City, where all of the cops went to drink.
Oh, how do you drive the? Well, if you have juice, you have juice. I have friends in Jersey City and Hoboken who are in the business, the businessmen.
Oh yeah.
A bunch of guys, three dudes talking about business guys.
So here's a little Boardwalk Empire kind of story. So I'm doing Boardwalk Empire, and we're doing the first one. We're Bed-Stuy at the big club, she's sitting on my lap, and this guy comes over in a tuxedo, and real handsome kind of big Irish guy, older guy, gray hair, but really like, and he goes, he says, I just want to tell you, I knew Frank Hague. You're exactly like Frank Hague. I don't know if you know that or not. And I said, no, I've never seen a picture. He says, you look just like Frank. And I went, hey. Right.
Well, I didn't know.
He had his money.
Yeah, right. I didn't know him personally. I just know his connection to the family. But you seem a lot nicer.
Frank had a desk. We didn't do it in the movie, in the TV series. Frank had a desk, and you come in to ask Frank for something, and then he said, yeah, and so he would press a button, and a drawer would open on your side of the desk. And then you put whatever you wanted to in the drawer, and you would close it. so he never touched the money.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
He never did. Now, after 2 years on Boardwalk Empire, suddenly all the political figures went away.
Yeah.
Chris McDonald, me, the Senator Edge, Frank Hague, and it was only these Meyer Lansky and the dirty
Yeah.
right,
and
and nobody in elected office ever had anything to do with anything.
Yeah, it's
Much less
Fascinating
the
how
Kennedys.
that worked. Yeah.
such a. I mean, those first 2 seasons. Of that. I mean, I love the show all the way through, but those first 2 seasons, especially.
Chevy was great.
But
So yeah, where we at? We're in the 2000s.
that's the two. That was the 2000s.
Yeah.
I mean, Boardwalk Empire kind of cuts into the teens, but we're more than happy to listen.
We'll take it.
That's-
Yeah.
that's the cousin.
Whatever else you got for us.
What happened? Oh yeah, I can do. And then the teens. Well, Captain Phillips.
Oh man, yeah, you're
Yeah,
fading
we
that.
won 3 Academy Awards for that.
Yeah,
What about
pretty
Whiplash too?
Oh, I was just gonna
Oh,
say,
Whiplash.
Whiplash. They called me up and said, "This guy, he wants to meet with you, the director. He did this. This is how they couched it, right? This young director who won a best film in Sundance for his short." And I went, "Oh, okay, short. Okay, good." And he's doing a feature of it, and he wants to meet with you to be in the thing. And I went, "Damien Giselle." And I went, "All right, cool, Damien." So, Damien, meet me down at Zinc, and we'll have a cappuccino and talk. So I met him, and then played the uncle. Okay, great. So I don't know. So then I go there, and first day of shooting, we shot the whole day. We shot the dinner scene in Whiplash with the whole family.
Yeah.
And we end up getting 4 Academy Award nominations and won 3. I mean, what?
That's such a.
Sure, I'm not going to meet some guy who just only won a best short film. What's this thing going to be about? Forget about it.
And instead, in the 2010s, you just nail it.
Yeah,
Getting
So,
this
yeah.
Academy Award after Academy
Gorgeous.
Award nomination, working with these
Yeah.
projects, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's
But you know what? They should give us all Academy Awards if you work on the film. Just not.
Yeah, I have not
Yeah.
been. That's always sort of been. I get why certain categories do what they do, but there is a reason the film. Like if you win the big ones,
Yeah.
it's not just the one person.
Exactly, yeah, give it to everyone. There's a few people involved there.
It should happen, but I'm not a huge fan of award shows anyway. But
I'm not either. I've gone to a bunch of them. I won't go anymore. It's
Yeah. It's the parties afterwards you want to go to. Screw everything they're doing.
so then we're into the 20s now.
In the
right?
20s. We're in the 20s.
So let me see. So what's been going on?
Frank Hague is back in the 20s.
Yeah. Thank Frank comes back. No, I did 3 really interesting movies. I did 3 really interesting movies this 2021.
Mm-hmm.
I did Mother May I, which is a thriller that's coming out.
Nice.
By the people who produced by Chris Long, who had The Mentalist.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Really smart movie. And then right after that, I went to Oklahoma and did a border drama, contemporary border drama. I played, me and Julio Castillo play these 2 very bad border patrol supervisors who
Oh, wow.
do bad things, and it comes back to haunt them.
Oh, that's
Really
fantastic.
cool. Robert Rodriguez's wife, Elizabeth, produced it. It's really smart movie. It's called Deadland.
Okay.
And then in November and December, I did a movie called The Redeemer, which is an 1880s kick-ass Western. Horses and guns in Livingston, Montana, just as winter descends on us. And these guys raid my farm, and while I'm getting drunk and horrid in town. And when I get back, these guys have raided my farm. They've taken my indigenous wife and my daughter-in-law and killed my younger son. So Brandon, the Superman guy.
Brandon Ralph, yeah.
Yeah, Brandon, who's a great guy. Brandon and I team up with Mo Briggs Plenty from Yellowstone.
Oh, yeah, nice. Okay.
And we go out and we track all these guys down and kill them.
That's awesome. I cannot wait for that.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
That's going to be cool.
And it's really just, I'll show you afterwards. I'll show you a picture of some of the pictures of the thing. So it's
Yeah, that'd be
great.
great.
Amazing.
And I'm in it with a wonderful actress, Dana Sparks, who is, she's done a whole, she was on JAG and Passions. And
Right.
yeah, I mean, she's a wonderful actress. So, yeah.
That's phenomenal.
And I'm going to go back up to, and then in July, I go back up to Vancouver and go back to work on The Power with Reed Moreno, who did Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Nice.
And The Power
Very
is
cool.
about female empowerment. It's from the book. And I play a really bad foster dad, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Those are always hard.
I
That's
get it.
always bad.
Refuse to cook dinner.
Oh, how dare you? How dare you?
You know.
I mean, it fits right in. You're at Carolina Fear Fest, and you're bringing fear to the screen.
I may just tear this room apart.
All right, let's do
All
it.
right, let me put my stuff away first. Let me put my stuff away.
I'll help you put it away.
Well, we got pots and stuff.
Look at the other stuff you can throw
Everything
out.
is breakaway.
Yeah, right.
Put Casey through the table, but I'll take the stuff off her. Yeah, we appreciate you coming on, and we're so glad that you're here at Carolina Fear Fest. We are official reps with the festival. We come every year and we do the live stream and interviews and stuff like that. So it's great to have you on. How you liking the festival so far? I know things haven't really kicked off yet.
It's great. I mean, everybody I've met's great, and I hope you have great crowds tonight.
Yeah.
I love hanging with people and talking about our business and finding out what they're doing, and it's great. Seriously, I'm really grateful for being able to do the work that I do for as long as I have. Big stuff, little stuff, it's like, hey,
Yeah,
Pretty
it's like
amazing.
working in Detroit. Maybe you design the entire car, and maybe you just put on the fenders, but
that's true.
That's your part.
hey,
I will tell you, it's so much fun talking to you. You've had some great stories. So we'll be there all weekend. Feel free to come by, jump off, and come talk to us if you want to talk movies all day long.
And I just want to thank you as a huge fan. I'm very grateful to be able to spend the time and for the fantastic work you put on film. The characters have been amazing, and I hope you have many, many more years.
We said you were going to be
knocking
here.
out some more of these because it's been great.
We said you were going to be here.
Come
We're
on.
like, okay, we want to ask about this. We want to ask about this.
all right. If there's one question, is there any questions you asked them all? Was there one that you said, no, I can't ask him that? Yes, you can. Don't interrupt.
Go ahead. I know you've got at least one.
There's so many.
You stumped the interview.
All right. Yeah. No. So
Well, I had the Frank Hague one. That was what I wanted to
Frank
talk
Hague
about.
one, not
That
that,
was pretty solid. Yeah, Frank. On that film, that TV show, every time I worked, I had to sign a nudity clause, because Frank was always at the House of Ill Repute.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Always like, so, and that's challenging for an actor.
Oh yeah, I can imagine for sure.
Yeah. You've played a lot of intense roles. You played a lot of serious roles.
Yeah.
As far as a comedy role, what's your favorite comedy role you've ever played?
Oh, yeah. I went through a period in the '90s where they thought I was funny in Hollywood. They thought I was funny. Patty Rocks, I'm really funny. But I did a TV series called with Brian Doyle Murray.
Oh yeah.
Called Bakersfield.
I knew it. I knew it was going to be Bakersfield PD. I remember that show. I loved it.
Ron Eldard, Tony Plana played my partner.
Yep.
It was amazing. Giancarlo Esposito was in there. Jack Halleck.
Oh my God, that was a great. I'm telling everybody watching now, go find Bakersfield PD because it was on for just one season.
Was it only one season?
It was only one season.
Wow.
And I was so pissed that wasn't coming.
Yeah.
That was like the one where I really liked it and it didn't come back. And I'm like, what? What do you mean canceled? What
What
does
is
canceled mean?
canceled?
I was like at that age where I'm like, they can cancel stuff on you?
They dropped us and they extended Sinbad. They put
that's
Sinbad's
right.
thing. Sinbad's
Right.
a cool guy. But that was my job.
Bakersfield PD was so funny.
So Larry Levin was the writer on that, and he went on to do Eddie Murphy's, all these Eddie Murphy movies, Larry the Big.
Oh, okay.
And the year before that, I had a short series on CBS called Arresting Behavior with Ron Eldard and myself,
Okay.
and the late Leo Burmeister. And Dana Sparks played my lesbian sister. And so, she'd have parties and stuff, and I'd say, "Hey, I'm coming over." So Ron and Dana Sparks and myself were all two brothers and sister.
That's
so
awesome.
The two dumb brothers come over. "Hey, babe, what's going on?" Well, they're all lesbians. They're
No
not,
idea.
I mean, it was really cute. And so fast forward like 20 years, and I'm in a thing, and I hadn't seen Dana Sparks in 20 years, and she goes, "Chris Mulkey," and I went, "Dana Sparks." And we went out for dinner, and we've been going out for dinner a lot.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
And then she joined me in the Western. So
Yeah.
it's getting
It's going to be great. Oh,
That's
look at you.
fantastic.
Hey, pop that collar.
Hollywood, baby. All right, I'm the guest. My Ferraris are ready.
Yeah, I think they got you
Great,
tuned up out there.
I'm working
All right.
here. I'm working.
Just watch those parking garages.
Okay,
Yeah.
just
Kind of close.
Never know when they come out.
Chris, we want to thank you so much for joining us today. This is so much fun. You've given us like awesome stories. that
Yeah,
we're just
really
gonna, like,
appreciate it.
like,
Thank you.
get
It's
jumped on.
fantastic.
All right, adios.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. I'm the Scene Snob Mick Manhattan. You can check out the Scene Snobs podcast live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel or all podcast platforms afterwards. Also on our YouTube channel, you can check out great shows like Real Combat, the ultimate debate show for movie lovers, mixed movie picks with new recommendations every week, Geek Fest live every Sunday night, and new movie reviews and news all the time. Like and subscribe, then hit the notification bell so you know when all of our new episodes drop. Thank you so much to all of our amazing Patreon supporters, with whom this would not be possible. They help keep the lights on and support us in such big ways. If you would like to become a supporter on our Patreon and take advantage of all the perks like monthly giveaways, early access, and so much more, head on over to the Scene Snobs Patreon page and just sign up on one of our 2 tiers. Join our awesome community of geeks, movie lovers, and so much more, and join up on our Discord. The Scene Snobs Discord is now live, and you can head over to thescenesnobs.com for links to there and more. The Scene Snobs merch store is now open with original fun designs that are available on all different types of merch and apparel. Check out thescenesnobsmerch.com. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media accounts like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and so many more. We have fun updates, topics, we talk about collectibles, and so much more on there. It's a great time. You can find all of our links to everything on thescenesnobs.com or on our link tree, which are down in the descriptions below. Thanks again, everyone. Stay tuned and stay geeky.